So Juneteenth is now going to be a federal holiday. Most people, I think that's a pretty good thing. It's a recognition of an incredibly important historical event, a time to perhaps reflect on the history of slavery and all of that, or the work that we still need to do. Not everyone on social media was so happy to see it. And I just wanted to point out this. It's one of those, like, you could plug in like 1,000 different white conservatives that do like YouTube channels for the Daily Wire, the Daily Caller, I don't even know. But this whiny thing just got to me from Matt Walsh, who said, after hearing about Juneteenth for the first time 14 seconds ago, it is now deeply meaningful and important to me, and I feel passionately that this day, whatever it is, ought to be celebrated not just in America, but across the earth and the entire solar system. So there he's attempting to be clever, because right-wingers are very funny, and mocking that people take this holiday seriously or think that it's worthy of some sort of recognition. He's not saying it's not. He's just saying people are too excited about this, and that's weird. And he tried to point out, again, jokes that you have to explain to this extent are the best sorts of jokes. So he goes on to say, you should thank me for giving some of you the chance to show off your anti-racist bona fides in the comments by bragging about how long you've known of and celebrated Juneteenth. I can see some are already taking advantage of this opportunity. You're welcome. See, he's not sad and whiny about it becoming a holiday. He's laughing, and all of his friends are laughing right out of frame. You can't see them, but they're all laughing at this. And it's just, like, he can't come out and say, I love slavery, it's awesome, we should have it again. But he wants to send a signal to his audience that you shouldn't be happy about this. This isn't progress. We shouldn't acknowledge something like Juneteenth. We're gonna be pissy about it. Man, people are saying they care about it, but they didn't even know about it. Well, that's one reason, by the way, to have a goddamn holiday is so that people learn about these sorts of things. A lot of our holidays are commemorating things from decades and decades and decades ago, or hundreds of years ago. And if they weren't holidays, maybe kids growing up in school wouldn't learn so much about them. But for him, it's just, I have to have something out there to whine about.
Because Americans know everything about Christopher Columbus and that holiday that's celebrated.
Yeah, it affects our lives every day.
Yeah, and they celebrate Veterans Day. Yes, on all these holidays where we have these things set aside for whatever reason, some good, some pointless, like Christopher Columbus Day. People still recognize it and then post their things about how they honor people who have done things that they never did, or sacrificed what they never sacrificed, or contributed to the country the way that they haven't, or maybe that they would like to. All these things that you would inspire to help people make this country a better place. Now, if you want to point out how much you don't know about a holiday, about a significant portion of the entire country being freed from bondage, then that's just up to you to point out how much of an ignorant a-hole that you can be. So you just learned about it 14 seconds ago. I think that's part of the problem there, Matt. And the problem is the rest of people that are gonna be commenting on your thread, also that same problem. Let's ignore the fact that we enslaved people for this many years and built the nation on that enslavement. Let's celebrate the fact that we don't care about that. Let's celebrate the fact we don't know when it ended. Let's celebrate the fact that we didn't want it to end. Let's keep it real. That in order for it to end, we had to have a civil war for that to happen. And the flag of the traitorous separatist group from the country still flies in many states in this country.
That is true.
Because they don't know about the history of enslaving people and also fighting for their lives to make sure it didn't end.
Yeah.
That's the history you don't want to know about. That's history you just learned about 14 seconds ago. And because you learned about it 14 seconds ago, you're the good guy? Or are you the dumbass?
I think we know. Yeah, and in the country you also have this continued effort to try to reframe slavery as a thing that wasn't so bad. Maybe it's important that we do actually focus on it a little bit more. By the way, I just want to give one more example of the sort of the pathetic psychological thing that leads to his tweet. I remembered an example of this, and it was when the movie Black Panther had come out and people were like excited about it, And so Ben Shapiro had to tweet this: Wakanda does not exist. Because he can't help but reveal himself. It bothers him so much that people were happy, that they had something that they liked. For some people, there was a thing that they could like, and he just sat there and he just has to say something to try to ruin it. How dare you be happy about a movie? it's just pathetic, but also revealing. So I appreciate an opportunity to get to know these weirdos a little bit more.
Oddly, Ben Shapiro should be telling his audience, what else doesn't exist? Donald Trump's second term, that apparently a lot of people believe exists or believe is coming back in a month or whenever the hell they think it's coming back. So yes, everyone knows Wakanda is a fictional place. Do your supporters know that Donald Trump is a criminal and has been voted out of office? Do they know that? No, they don't know it because people like you won't tell them that.
Exactly. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.